Hey y'all, this is Todd Robinson, doing a little video review for the Element V6, sizes 6 meter and 12 meter. Had a chance to go down to Ventana, visit my buddy Larry and his family. Here's a shot of his place. They're turning it into a 17-room hotel for windsurfers and kite surfers. Great place to start a downwinder from if you're a newbie. They teaming up with a kite school there and be able to get lessons that start from there and then end up at the kite shop. So really cool setup there in La Ventana. We got super lucky when we were down there. Had 5 days of incredible wind. It I started out on a 7 meter, did a downwinder with a skimboard 7 meter. Pretty much had to loop the kite the whole time, but it was super fun. But then ended up riding that first day, riding my 12 meter V6 at the wave spot that you'll see in a little while, which is basically directly on shore, shore break waves. Although when it blows for several days in a row, it drives a wind swell, which can put the waves up to about chest to head, sometimes overhead, which is what we had on day 3 and 4, and it was just incredible. So what you're seeing now is me riding my 7 meter V5. I love this kite. It's probably one of my favorite kites. 7 meters is so much fun to ride, and I'm a heavier guy. I'm 190, so I don't really get to get on it too much unless it's really windy. This was day 5. This is our last day there. I started a downwinder from Larry's house, ended up down at the wave riding spot. This spot here is called Generals. Also a nice break. A lot of windsurfers ride here. It was kind of crazy. They got students and windsurfers and kiteboarders, just twin tips and surfers and foilers, just everybody going in every different direction. I can't believe I didn't wrap lines with somebody while I was riding there, but lots of fun. As you can see, I really like to fly my kite. That's one of the reasons why I love Switch and why I love the Element. It's just, it's a kite that's designed to fly. It really likes to fly, and you know, you can generate some serious power with that 7 meter, but you can also shut it off. So one of my favorite things about the kite is that it makes some sounds when you do some things with it, which to me is just odd, but also really neat. So when you see me when I'm going and I'm looking for a wave here, and I'll yank the bar to do my cutback. When I do that, like right here, no, wait, I'm just looking. Hold on, here we go. We're gonna find one in a second, but when I do my cutback, I really aggressively pull the bar, and it makes the kite pivot, and then it shoots across the window. And when it does that, if you push down on the bar to depower the kite, it makes this fluttering sound. That's how I know, you know, it's kind of like you know what the kite's doing because you can hear it. And so I know that kite's really tracking and drifting across the wind window when it's fluttering like that. The other thing it does is when you're jumping it and doing kite loops, it does this like fighter jet noise, really cool sound. It's some people say it's the lines going fast through the window, but I've had other kites that I've kite looped and never made a sound like that. Just a super neat, cool sound. Makes you want to kite loop on your twin tip all day long. So I have a lot of fun with that, with my new 12 meter with the twin tip, but it doesn't do the same sound. Oddly enough, I don't know how they got rid of the flutter. It doesn't do the flutter sound anymore. It doesn't do the fighter jet sound, but still love my V5 7 meter. It's pretty much brand new, so I'm not going to ditch it for a V6, but the V6 is an amazing kite. So I ended up downwind, and Larry's wife Paige rode the V6 downwind with me, and she took a break, so I said, hey, let me jump on this thing. So it was really nice that I was able to ride the V5 and the V6 back to back. I think it was a great way to add a comparison of the two kites, and wasn't really sure that I was going to be able to ride this thing because I was having a hard time. I was barely staying upwind on my 7 meter down here, so I didn't even think the V6 would be able to pull me upwind, but it sure did, and went upwind probably better than the 7 meter, which is crazy, but heck, it did it. So also, as you can see, I'm on the new bar. The new bar is great. The soft ends are awesome. It's a lot lighter, the soft ends, so you don't put the bar through your surfboard, which I've done plenty of times with all my older bars. And also D-power strap with the Velcro strap, which you'll see. I have it looped around there on the PU. PU is great too. Not a big, it doesn't matter to me. I don't mind changing a rope. I like to actually see it when it's wearing out. And then I have my little wax trick I do, which I'll get about six months to a year out of a line. So, so the new bar is soft. It's a little thicker, a little wider, it feels like, and don't know if that's going to make a difference as far as forearm pump goes with it being wider, but the grip's really soft and nice. So yeah, it's a really nice bar. I can ride any bar really, so it's not, to me, the bar is not the big deal. The big deal is the kite. So this kite is incredible. It does, the thing that I noticed initially was the way that when you do turn it on your cutbacks and you start going down the wave face, and you push it on the bar, instead of doing, it doesn't do the flappy thing, but it totally shuts off. Which is kind of weird to get used to compared to the 7, because the 7 still has the V5 still has a little bit of power through the window. When you push out on it, you can just kind of feel it. This one, there's nothing. You turn your cut back, push out on that bar, and it's like there's nothing there. But it still drifts right down the line, which is great for wave riding. I think that's what all wave riders are looking for in a kite, is that feeling of surfing on the wave with no power, just like you would have paddled into it. So, and didn't get a chance to unhook because the bar had I always take the donkey dick off all my bars, and this one had it, so it was just kind of weird to ride with it, without it put in. So I was riding clipped in that time, so I wasn't able to try it unhooked. But I don't see why it wouldn't work just fine unhooked. I know that those kites are designed to fly great unhooked. So, but yeah, this was day 5. So waves weren't quite as big as days 3 and 4. I really wish I would have put the GoPro on those days, but I was just so antsy to get out there and ride that I didn't even think about it. And finally, the last day there, I go, hey, you know what? If I'm doing the downwinder with Larry's wife Paige, and she's going to be on the V6, what a great opportunity for me to demo that kite and try these kites back to back with each other. So just a little side note on this video review, the inspiration I got to do the narration over the video was from Larry's kids. Those kids, all they want to do is sit around and watch guys commentating on video games all day long on their iPads and computers and cell phones. To me, it seems super boring and weird, but I started thinking about it. I go, you know what? If the kids are into it, it's got to be cool. So I said, well, I'll do a little narration video over my GoPro footage, because I just, GoPro footage really doesn't do it for me. It's just kind of, I had a helmet cam on, so you can't see me cutting back on the waves. You can't even really see how big the waves are. Gets those little dots on there, I'm trying to wipe them off. But, I figured if nothing else, I'd have a little footage of the time I was down there, and also be able to do do this review of these two kites back to back, side to side with each other. So, yeah, the V6, 6 meter, what an incredible little kite. Love this kite, had fun on it from the second I jumped on it. You saw it from the beginning. That was the first time I stepped on this kite, and I'm out there riding just like I was on my 7 meter, maybe even better. I don't know, but definitely not worse. So, am I going to ditch my 7 meter? No, I love it. My V5, it's my favorite kite, but I know when it does get worn out that I'll be, sure to get myself this. I'll probably even go ahead and get a 6 meter. Now I just got to figure out what size I'm going to get to accompany my 7 meter V5 and my 12 meter V6, which will probably be a 9 or a 10, because that's my main kite I ride around here is my 10 meter V5, and it's been ridden. It's had its fair share of rides. It's got a repair on it, and even going from my 12 meter V6 to my V5 10 meter, you can tell, like, those bigger sizes of these new elements are awesome. So you'll see the last clip in this video is a demo that I gave to a fellow that met me down there, one of Larry's friends, and he was riding switches, and he was asked me about the V6s, and I said, hey man, take it for a spin if you want to. So he took the 12 meter for a spin. Really liked the kite a lot. It's that 12 meters, I'll tell you, it's probably one of the best kites I've ever owned. I never thought that that 12 meter kite would be my smallest kite. It's got such great range. I only took my 7 meter V5 and my 12 meter V6 down there because that's how confident I was in the range of that 12 meter. Pretty much been on it the whole time since I bought it, unless it's wind that's high enough for my 7 meter. Barely ride my 10 meter anymore, unless it's just, you know, right on that marginal edge, like around between, I don't know, that 10 meter between 18 and 22 miles per hour is just money. So that, and I can work it a little harder than the 12 in those higher winds without getting yanked off my edge. But yeah, it's such a great kite. And now, as a result, I'm going to sell my 15.5 helium and my 14 meter nitro V6 because I just don't use them anymore. I love both the kites. The 15.5 helium is great if you're just a park and ride kind of bigger guy, you know, but as you know, as I've told you and you've seen, I really like to work my kite around a lot, so it's just a little too slow for me. And the fact that I can ride my 12 meter V6 and 10 miles per hour with my skimboard, why would I need anything bigger? So I guess if I wanted to twin tip in those light winds, which I don't, I would keep it, but you know, there's no need for it now. Also, the nitro, that kite's great for twin tipping and light wind and also skimboarding, but it's heavy and it doesn't relaunch well. I've been stuck out in the water with it a couple times just because of the way it doesn't like to relaunch in light winds. I mean, I can get it relaunch and reverse launch it, but it's nothing like this 12 meter. That thing just relaunches like nothing else. So for light winds, skimboarding, it's where it's at. I can start riding my surfboard at about 12 to 13 miles per hour, and then same with the twin tip. But yeah, just super impressed with these new V6s. I was a little skeptical. I think I like the rest of the armchair kite surfers on the Switch forums that are, you know, looking like, why is there pulleys? What does it look like a Delta kite for now? It doesn't even look like an Element. All these other things, but I'll tell you what, it doesn't really matter what the heck those guys did to make this kite fly the way it flies. You know, they can put streamers on it as far as I'm concerned, as long as it flies better, and it certainly does. Huge improvement. I think the biggest improvement that guys that have ridden Switch kites in the past and demoed them that did not like them, that coming off of brands maybe like North or Cabrina or something like that, is that the light bar pressure. They have really lightened up the bar pressure, and the kite is just super friendly and predictable and smooth and customizable. So if you like the heavy bar pressure, just move it to the heavy bar pressure setting. It's got the 3 adjustable settings on the leading edge, which I played around with a little bit. Can't really tell much of a difference with those things. I've got it set on the furthest back knot, which is supposed to be, I guess, most stable and lightest bar pressure. I don't know. I'm just enjoying the light bar pressure. My elbows have taken a beating because of the way that I like to fly the kites, and with the heavier bar pressure of the previous Element versions, it's nice to have that lighter bar pressure. But I do like to feel where the kite is in the wind window. But I had 0 issues with this little V6 6 meter you see me riding here, knowing where it was. I haven't crashed it yet. I think I almost crashed it right when I started off just because of how fast it was. But man, the kite drifted great, turned great, did everything that I wanted a little surf kite to do. So yeah, if you see a team rider around or see somebody with Switch kite that's willing to let you demo it, give the V6 a go. I doubt you'll be disappointed. Just a wonderful kite Switch made. They keep doing great things, and I really appreciate the 12 meter size. It's really the money size for me and my region, and my size for my light wind kite. So great work, Switch. If you guys keep continuing to watch the video, you'll see after this one we actually had an opportunity to swim with the whale sharks there in La Paz, which was awesome. My daughter loved it. My wife loved it. They didn't stay in as long as I did. They got a little skeezed out. It's kind of freaky, being around such a big fish in the water. But they're like big manatees, kind of. They eat kelp and plankton. They're vegetarians, but wow, what a really cool experience. Wasn't even planning on doing that, and then our host there, they said, hey, go check it out. Take a family day. So we took a family day, took a day off kiting and rest, and went and swam with the whale sharks. Just super fun. What a great spot that they have down there. If you guys have never been down to Baja, hopefully you score wind like I did. Larry was telling me they didn't have wind for 2 weeks until I got down there, and then we had great wind and great waves. So I kind of hit it on the money. Super stoked about that. So you see my guide there with the whale sharks here. I go underneath with my GoPro trying to find that guy, and here he comes up. Man, these things were so cool. And then they start swimming at you, and they're eating the kelp and the plankton. And the next thing you see is just this huge mouth opens up and coming right at you, and you're like, man, I'm glad that thing doesn't have any teeth. But I didn't edit this video too much. It's just a short little clip, and it gets kind of weird here in a second. But that, because I'm trying to swim away from that big old fish. But you can see the boat over there in the background. And yeah, so that was the blast. And then you'll see after this video, that's when it's going to cut to the shots from the beach of where they wave ride with the demo that I gave to the fella down there. I can't remember his name. Super nice guy. He says he's on the Switch forums, but mostly lurks. I can't remember his name, but anyway, he jumped. This is him jumping on the 12 meter V6, and this is a shot from the beach just to give you a different perspective. Now this was the first day, so no waves. Flat, you can see how it just does a beach break. That was riding my skimboard back and forth and that stuff, and it was a lot of fun. You know, skimboard can take a tiny wave and turn it into a big one. It's a blast, especially on this new 12 meter V6. But he said he enjoyed it. I don't know I can't remember if he said he's gonna ditch his current kites and go get one, but his kites looked pretty new, so he'll probably wait until they've been ragged a little bit. But anyway, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hope the narration wasn't too annoying or cheesy. But like I said, hey, if this is what the kids are into, I gotta follow suit, because I don't want to be left in the dust. But anyway, hope you guys have a good one.